I'm discussing the very opening section of Solzhenitsyn's The Gulag Archipelago. And I want to begin with the line that I've used as the opening line of my new film, Police State. Now, I condensed the line a little bit, but I'm going to read it in full here. We have been happily born, or perhaps have unhappily dragged our weary way down the long and crooked streets of our lives, past all kinds of walls and fences made of rotting wood, rammed earth, brick, concrete, iron railings. We have never given a thought to what lies behind them. We have never tried to penetrate them with our vision or our understanding. But there is where the Gulag country begins, right next to us, 2 yards away from us. So here's Solzhenitsyn talking about the fact that in ordinary life, and see, this would be just as applicable in America today as it would be in Soviet Russia. Think, for example, about all these Americans who recognize and they've heard about people being arrested by the FBI, a nighttime raid, a helicopter, a bang on the door. And of course, you'll see all of this dramatized unforgettably for you in my new film. But nevertheless, they think, well, you know what? That's not me. That's not my life. That's not what happens to law-abiding, decent guys like me or my family. I'm not Trump. I didn't go in the Capitol. I had too much sense to kind of push my way into a building like that on January 6th, so I'm safe. So this is exactly what Solzhenitsyn is warning us against, the kind of bovine complacency in which we don't stay alert to what is happening around us. In a sense, we're sort of almost like the complacent animal that's grazing in the herd, doesn't realize that there's danger afoot. In fact, other members of the herd are beginning to look around nervously, are beginning to run, and yet you don't run because you think they're not going to come from me, are they? So this is Solzhenitsyn. He's saying that in the Soviet Union, everywhere the Gulag exists, not just out in the country, not just in Siberia, but there are prisons in cities, there are prisons in towns, people are being snatched away. And yet, somehow, even though these fences and barbed wire and walls are all around us, we see them, we walk by them, we never think, what's behind that wall? Who's actually living there? Who is being held there against their will? So that is where the Gulag country begins. And then, says Solzhenitsyn, in addition, we fail to notice an enormous number of closely fitted, well-disguised doors and gates in these fences. All those gates were prepared for us, every single one. And then he talks about the fact that when the gate opens and you go into the Gulag, quote, he says, the gate to our past life is slammed shut once and for all. So suddenly that kind of clang of the gate shows that your life as you lived it before for 20, 30, 40, in some cases 50 years, that life is now over. He goes, that's all there is to it. You are arrested. And, says Solzhenitsyn, you find nothing better to respond with than a lamb-like bleat, me? What for? So this is the standard response of the arrestee. You're astounded. You're asking a question to which, of course, there is no answer, and you're never going to be given an answer, which is, why are you coming to get me? Why are you coming here at all? What did I do? That is what arrest is. It's a blinding flash and a blow which shifts the present instantly into the past and the impossible into omnipotent actuality. Think of the beauty of these Solzhenitsyn. The present, suddenly, everything you've lived up to now is now moved into your past. It's now in the rear view mirror, so to speak. And suddenly there is this new, unmistakable reality that you can't get away from, and that is you are under arrest. He goes, that's all. And neither for the first hour nor for the first day will you be able to grasp anything else. Except that in your desperation, the fake circus moon will blink at you. Quote, it's a mistake. They'll set things right. So again, here's Solzhenitsyn talking about the human tendency not to look your situation in the eye, not to realize, look, these are very bad people. They are here to get me. I need to be in complete survival mode. I need to, if I'm in a group, I need to scream. If I'm outside, I need to fight back. I need to rally whatever support I can. My resources may be limited, but I need to deploy them all because once I'm locked up, once they've got me in their grasp, there's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do. So this is my only chance, my narrow window of opportunity. And yet people don't think that. There's a little voice that says to you, oh, well, this is obviously some error. This is some administrative mistake. There must be some other guy who's sort of like Dinesh D'Souza. They're after that guy, not really me. I'll sort it all out. And so this is what Solzhenitsyn calls the fake circus moon. It is a delusion that is actually making your situation worse. And then, says Solzhenitsyn, suddenly you are at a loss. Suddenly you begin to ask things like, well, what do I need? What do I have to take with me? Do I need a change of underwear, a piece of soap, something to eat? But he goes, no one knows what you need. No one knows what is permitted. And so no one knows what clothes are best to wear. And the security agents, he says, keep hurrying you, and they keep saying to you, you don't need anything. They'll feed you there. It's warm in there. And then says Solzhenitsyn, it's all lies. Vladimir Putin called the US dollar's drop in dominance, quote, objective and irreversible, as Brazil, Russia, China, India, South Africa formally agreed to use local currencies in trade instead of the US dollar. It's the first shoe to fall. As demand for the dollar weakens, the buying power of the dollar weakens also. This is why Birch Gold Group is busier than ever. Investors and savers like me, and hopefully like you, are looking to harness the power of physical gold held in a tax-sheltered IRA. Debbie and I buy gold from Birch Gold. We trust them to help us protect and diversify our savings. If you text Dinesh to 989898, you'll get a free information kit on gold. With thousands of happy customers, an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, with countless 5-star reviews, you can count on Birch Gold to help you navigate transitioning an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. As the US dollar continues to receive pressure from foreign currencies, digital currency, central banks, arm yourself with information on how to protect your savings. Text Dinesh to 989898. Get your free information kit now.